Shepherd Staff was started about how a burden I have for ministers and missionaries. And as everybody is aware of, that ministers have very few places to turn to when they have needs. And so being also a mental health worker, I was able to take my background being a pastor and a mental health worker and provide a place, a safe place for ministers and missionaries to come and have a place of support to talk through things, what I call normal life issues. I mean, like death of parents. Where does a minister deal with their grief? Where does a minister go and deal with their issues with their children growing up? So many normal things. And every minister deal with their congregation. It is their call to that congregation. Where do they turn to when they need some help just processing out what's going on with their congregation? And so I provide those kinds of services for them, as well as coaching, where I help ministers perform better, be more effective in their ministry, and training of leadership. Middle District is one of the few associations that support me. Most of my support comes directly from people who I give services to. So I have to live by faith that what I'm doing is building the kingdom, making a difference in people's lives. It's a very sacred work, because ministers don't trust very many people. And for them to come in and trust me with their most delicate things in their lives is a very sacred place to be. I see people from seminary at no charge to them. They can literally see me all through their seminary and work out any issue they may have. With ministers who've been in ministry for some period of time, it's really crucial for them to continue to develop spiritually and emotionally, because it's very demanding. They're called upon to deal with the hardest and most toughest issues. Tragedies, crises, death. That's where the minister is. And not very many places they have to process that out. And it's accumulate over years. So I see a lot of clergy leave the ministry in their 50s, early 50s, just from burnout. And to be able to help them during that time is very rewarding. And of course, almost all ministers have families. Being a PK or an MK is a very different view of life than not being one. And so helping them to deal with those issues, and being a spouse of a minister is a very demanding, unpaid, unappreciated job sometimes. And to have a place that you can talk about that in safety, it makes all the difference in the world. And someone really care about how I feel. Most ministers and their families have very few places that they can go to. And Shepherd Staff is a safe place for that to take place. Those are kinds of things that keep me going in this ministry, is seeing make a real difference in ministers' lives, pretty much on a daily basis.